Oh my god! 5-0. For the first time in franchise history, the Seahawks are 5-0. Can you believe this? They're 5-0 for the first time in franchise history in a game where it looked like it was going to be over. But that third quarter really stepped up Seattle, even though the fourth quarter was scary, especially those when it was fourth down and like 20 seconds left. Just, man. Cousins, even though in the third quarter, early moments of the third quarter, the Vikings just didn't look like they were going anywhere. You have to give these Vikings some credit where credit's due. They almost came in Seattle and beat the Seahawks. In fact, many people, just like me, because I will be honest with you, as much as I love Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and all those guys, the secondary is just not... It's still not a great secondary, and I still will not be surprised since Dan Quinn, who's fired, I will not be surprised Seattle finds a way to hire him back as a defensive coordinator, because we need to be honest, they need a new defensive coordinator. When you're 32nd against the pass, you got a problem. But still, gotta give these Vikings some credit where credit's due for coming up close. Wilson's second half just shows up out of nowhere. I mean... really, the Seattle came out of nowhere in the second half. That's true. And Metcalf, you monster. You are a beast. My God, the game-saving touchdown. And Disley had a touchdown too. But just look at the time possessions and total yards and all that. The many first downs. These stats, you would think the Vikings would win. But luckily, they did not win. They didn't win. So, the Seahawks are 5-0 for the first time in franchise history. And I can't believe what I'm about to say. Good job, Lakers. Good job. That's all I have to say. I know this is off topic, but I'm going to be honest with you. The Lakers kind of do deserve it. Because of, like, the death of Kobe, LeBron getting some criticism and all that. So I'll congratulate the Lakers, even though I hate them. But since I got that on my chest, let's talk about football. So, 5-0. First time in franchise history. Feels sweet. It feels sweet. This game was crazy, and there's no doubt in my mind that this is one of the best games of the year. This is one of the best ones. Oh my God. I'll tell you, my heart was pounding. Fourth and goal. It was pounding. I'm so glad Russ got that touchdown to DK Metcalf, and I felt like we could have gotten that 2-point conversion. But I still trying to figure out when it was like, I believe it was second and goal or first and goal. How is that not a touchdown at the first part? Where it looked like it was a touchdown to DK at first, but wasn't. He looked like he did maintain possession, and if we would have lost that game, we would have criticized that. The 12s would have criticized that to the refs. But I will be honest with you about one thing. Minnesota, you made a dumb call going in on 4th and inches. Here's what you had to deal with. If you get a field goal, you're up by 8. Up by 8. Then you may have to rely on your defense, and the way that drive played out for Seattle and missed a 2-point conversion, the Vikings would have won the game. Now, I get the idea of doing a run, because it would have been over if they got on the first down or a touchdown. It would have been all over. It would have been all over. I think the last time the Vikings beat the Seahawks, and I could be completely wrong because it has been a long time, I think it was during the Brett Favre days. I think it was like 2009. Yeah, I think it was the 2009 season. I could be wrong, but it has been so long since you've beaten Seattle. Russell Wilson's not lost to the Vikings yet. He was close again. Honestly, the way that this game played out, the Vikings are not bad. even though the record does show what they are. But the truth is, the Vikings are still somewhat rebuilding. They're still a good team. You know, one thing, as all sports people say, for this win for the Seahawks, even though they start rough, it's not how you start. It's how you finish. And, well, Seattle finishes with a W. They head to the bye week. There's so many adjustments of the secondary that have to get better. Jamal Adams should be back in 2 weeks. And this is good. I'm just kind of speechless because this was a scary game. A game that felt like we could have lost. And this is a game we could have really lost. And then part of me was like, man, we should have lost. The way how we played in the first half, how that's, even though in the third quarter, early in the third quarter, we came out of nowhere, but scoring like this. But man, what a game. What a game. And I'm going to be honest with you, I felt like that was an incomplete pass, not a fumble. That kind of reminded me of Andy Dalton last year when they went to Cincinnati and went to Seattle. I felt like we kind of got back in that type of situation. But, a W is a W. And the Seahawks are once again 5-0 for the first time in franchise history. Go Hawks.